Friends, this is plot summary and you're about to see a movie called Extinction from 2015. Watch out for spoilers. Please like it and enjoy. Evacuation is underway. Citizens need to check in at the special service at their place of registration. Two buses, escorted by military personnel, drive along an empty road in a deadly silence, when suddenly the vehicle that was ahead of them stops. The civilians are attacked by zombies, who deftly and quickly infiltrate the still uninjured, healthy people. There is no place to get out. The bus is in a fierce jam. During the pushing, the civilians still manage to break the glass in the back and jump out of the bus. The two friends, Jack and Patrick, are also alive, but something is still bothering them. Or rather, someone. Emma is Patrick's girlfriend. The same one whose baby was crying on the bus. To lose them both is a loss unspeakably grave. The characters manage to find Emma. She has just been molested by another zombie who got the girl in the car. Jack and Patrick manage to save her by quickly dealing with the zombies, except for one thing. The baby is covered in blood. Did the zombies really get to the poor baby? But wait a minute, it's not a little girl's blood. Emma looks at her hand and sees the terrible wound. She realizes that if nothing is done, in a few minutes the girl will lose control of herself and become another mindless creature, hungry for human blood and flesh. These were the events 7 years before. Events that took place against the backdrop of a worldwide epidemic that had enslaved virtually the entire human population. At least, that was how it was at first. Then came the cold weather, which zombies, of course, did not expect, and they quickly died out. Our heroes, on the other hand, continued to live peacefully. But no, I was a little harsh on that last one. Jack and Patrick live across the street, often look out for each other, but their life is not peaceful. For some unknown reason, the men don't talk to each other. Emmy's daughter, Lou, is growing up. The girl is learning to count, to spell words. In general, she tries to live the life of an ordinary child. Jack helps her with this. Things are not going so well for Patrick. The man neglected himself and began to abuse alcohol. Thoughts of that horror do not let the man go. His only true friend is the dog, with whom he hunts and gets meat side by side. Speaking of meat, it's a product that Jack and his daughter haven't eaten in a long time. They don't leave the confines of the house and settle for just canned goods. That's how, all flying in dreams of delicious food and a bright future, Lou falls asleep another night in her warm crib. However, the girl has a nightmare. She wakes up quickly, all out of breath. But it turns out that it would be better to continue this nightmare dream. The fact is that now she hears something in reality. Lou. She carefully goes to the window, looks out, lighting it with a nightlight, and sees something strange. Some kind of monster, all white and bald and incomprehensibly moving. The next morning, the worried father quickly finds his little girl and crawls under her bed. At first the man was frightened that the zombies had returned, but when he heard the details, that the thing was all white and bald, and the like, those thoughts released him. It was probably just his daughter's fantasy. At the same time morning came for Patrick as well. The man got back on his snowmobile, set the dog down beside him, and they drove to an abandoned supermarket where they could find something to eat. On the way, the man picked up a present for Lou as well, and was distracted by a flashback from the past. The mystery of why Jack and Patrick aren't talking is gradually revealed to us. It turns out that this includes the theme of jealousy along with cheating. Emma was originally with Patrick, and who knows, maybe Lou is his child? But then why is she living with Jack? It would be nice to ponder this if it weren't for strange rustles and noises from the supermarket. Patrick comes around the corner and sees a disemboweled animal whose guts are being eaten by something horrible. He quickly runs out of the store, gets on the transport, and goes to warn Jack and Lou. He even fires into the air to do so, but the cheetah-like alien catches up with the man and throws him off the transport. Jack wants to help him, or rather Lou insists on it, but the man watching from the sidelines still hesitates to fire his gun. In spite of this, Patrick and his faithful dog gain the upper hand. During the battle, the hero is wounded. He is bitten by the creature, and now he peacefully waits for his transformation, seriously thinking about suicide. A little later, Jack himself comes face to face with this creature, but watching it from aside, Patrick does not let his friend die and saves his life with an accurate shot. Now, they have the freak on a leash. They realize that they are essentially facing an evolved zombie that has adapted to the weather conditions and at the same time has lost its venom. Moreover, these creatures are completely blind and oriented solely by sound. All these events have brought former friends together, and now they are on their way to the supermarket for groceries together. As they drive up there, we see across someone's grave. It turns out to be Emma's. After those events at the bus, the guys cut off the girl's arm and save her life. However, some time later, at this very spot, Patrick left Emma alone and she was killed by soulless zombies. Lou is his child. However, embittered at his friend, Jack took the girl away from the drunkard and began to raise her himself. Walking out of the supermarket, the heroes meet a new survivor. At home, she tells them about her travels with the group, but at one point she interrupts. The girl overhears that Jack and Patrick have the creature in their possession. This was a critical mistake, as the creatures give the signal, and now a whole lot of freaks are rushing toward their house. The heroes quickly settle in and prepare to meet them with honor. The moment X comes, a fierce brawl begins, during which each of the guys shows his bravery and strength. Also, during the fight, the voices of living people can be heard on the radio waves. They talk about their location and note that it is safe. The heroes realize that their only chance to save themselves is to flee right now. Holding back this onslaught won't work for long. Patrick sacrifices himself and saves his daughter's life along with a friend and a stranger. He distracts the critters with loud noises while his friends drive away in their car to safety, to a place where a prettier and brighter future is sure to await them. Just like this magical sunset they encountered along the way. Friends, this is the end. What do you think of this movie? Please like it and subscribe to the channel. I recommend that you watch these videos and wish you a good day.